Good morning, IIQTC Training Qualification Team. I'm Robin Brooks. I'm here in Topsom, Maine. This is the studio space that I've been teaching from since 2020 in March when we all went virtual. And I've been leading a practice group here every Friday morning. It's listed on the Healer Within Foundation website, and I've attracted students from all over the country and generally have between 5 and 10 people attending. We integrate new people using the fundamentals. We primarily do a standing practice, but I always encourage that if someone needs to, they can be seated. So let's begin. I'm going to give you a little demonstration of my teaching, and I'll do both narrated and unnarrated versions of the various movements in the Tai Chi Easy 5-movement form, as well as the Integral 9, which I really love teaching. So beginning with feet together, aligning ourselves between heaven and earth. So what is that all about? It's about, to begin, softening the knees, so sinking the tailbone, and then I'm just going to shift weight and step out a little bit, bringing the feet under the hips, so about hip distance apart, knees facing forward like two headlights, so feet close to or about parallel. And from a side view, you'll see that just softening the knees aligns the lower back, straight, taking away the curve in the spine. So shoulders, hips, and root, or hips to feet, all in alignment with the head on top. Head, crown of the head reaching toward heaven, and the soles of the feet growing deep roots into the earth. So that this practice, and then hollowing the chest a little so the arms are slightly in front of the body, out to the side, as though there may be a little tennis ball or even ping pong ball under the arms. Energy into the palms. Whole body, mind, spirit connected. So we align our 3 treasures. We connect to our breath, mind intent. Today it's relax. And inner smile, smiling to this moment. So we leave behind the complexity of the past and the uncertainty of the future, and bring ourselves into this present moment, right here, right now, into our heart mind. And so I'll begin just demonstrating the Tai Chi Easy 5-movement form. So we're going to shift weight and step out, and I'll rock to, I'm going to show you how I would do so. I'm stepping to my right, but this is harmonizing yin and yang. It appears to your left side. And then I'm going to step back. And so this is sort of a stepping in place version that I've adapted for Zoom. Palms together now, transition, roll the ball, and brush knee in. I can step a little bit forward, rock back and gather, breath in, and whole body moves as one. And then rock back and gather. This time, drawing what appears as your right arm in front of the left. It's our transition called Embracing Tiger, Return to Mountain. Taking the inside palm, allowing the rotation of the upper body to send the palm backward, and then coming forward. Exhaling and looking ahead. Cutting a path to clarity. And just one more time. Gathering, and now we're going to shift weight. And we will watch the clouds pass, or wave hands like clouds. Again, whole body movement. It's the rotation of the upper body, the rib cage area, that moves the arms as the clouds pass. And I also like to include near and far focus here, so focusing on the palm, allowing that cloud to dissolve, looking beyond, and then gathering the focus into the palm of the next cloud. And we'll just go once more to each side. Okay. And then continuing to be light through the crown, centered over the feet. And good. And coming to center. And now we're going to shift weight and step out into a wider stance. So getting comfortable here in more of a horse riding stance. And I'll always coach my students to stay in their comfort zone. So we're going to shift weight into the heels here, sink down and gather resources from the earth, gathering in. And now with the breath in mind, gathering from the heavens. Big inhale, allowing the richness of the heavenly energy to filter through our whole being. And then to close, shifting weight, gathering, and collecting the energy into the lower dantian. Now, in order to give you more information, I'm going to use the chair, and I will lead you through a seated version of the Integral 9 practice. I will share that in my experience, my students prefer to stand. And so I focus on the standing practice, but with that said, we do a lot of work on building strength to be able to move with ease and with good balance. And I really do love doing leading the walking practices. So, but I'll start seated. And so collecting the energy, coming into Wuji seated, allowing the tailbone to sink down, feet growing roots into the earth, crown light, shoulders, hips aligned over the lower body, knees right over the feet. And then we'll again open, and this time send the palms out, and then rock to one side, and we'll harmonize. And notice as I'm moving, my whole body stays connected. Rolling the ball for brush knee. Press and push and gather. Rock back a little and press, push. So keeping the whole form dynamic, and then cutting a path to clarity. Now we shift weight and shift forward, roll back, press, release, roll in and push, and circle to the other side. And this is our Tang, Lu, Ji, An, or the first 4 energies of Tai Chi, what we call stroking phoenix tail. Good. And then coming in for opening the heart-mind gate, circling and settling, and then circling and opening the heart-mind gate to the other side. And now waving hands like clouds. I can feel the weight shifting in my lower torso, so there's a little feeling of weight shift even though I'm seated, and trying to engage as many of the principles of Tai Chi as we can in a seated form, and then releasing. And we'll rock to one side, and we will extend the foot and form the dragon's tail and reach. And shift, and dragon dance, rock back, and circle, and form the dragon's tail, extending the empty leg, reaching down, and now shifting, coming up, and looking up toward the heavens, and then releasing, and gathering. And now we're going to place the sun and moon in the sky. gathering, placing the moon. Look up and rock and release and gather. And now we just open out and we'll lean forward, reaching and gathering from the earth with a beautiful straight spine, coming back to seated and sending palms out with palms heavenward. We'll gather from the sky, growing taller as the palms settle and releasing energy that's not needed into the earth. Now shifting weight, we'll draw feet together and close and bow. Now, to get out of the chair, this may not be in our curriculum, but my brilliant teacher, Larry Landau, talks about the Wuji squat. So I'm going to demonstrate. Take a nice inhale, rock forward, press down, and come to a squat, and then push up. And keep the knees soft, and we're ready to do a standing practice. I will demonstrate the integral 9 as a walking form. So, giving myself maximal space here. Come into starting position. Shift weight. Open. And so opening just to one side, that would be sufficient. We always do both sides in class. What else can I share? Sometimes we spend some time embracing the one, and I really, again, emphasize alignment, releasing the shoulders, relaxing, dissolving energy. So